Hey, what it do, guys? It's your favorite shitstorm stirrer. You know what I'm saying? I'm back with another hot Power of God take, man. Con Aguero Agnes versus Shibusi. Who is smarter? What's the intellectual warfare? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I know some people like, no, Con must be smarter. He be winning in these battles. Con must be the one. Others are like, but Shibusi got them book smarts though. I've been seeing the blogs. Well, not blogs, you know what I'm saying? But I've been seeing like the forums. I've been seeing like underground conversations and arguments, comment sections, all that shit. I'm here to give you guys the definitive, at least my opinion, of the definitive answer. Who is smarter, Shibusi or Conor McGregor? First, I just want to assess what they're good at and what they're not good at, right? Conor McGregor, Agnes, one of my favorite characters, you know what I'm saying? OG of the team, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I keep getting all these motherfucking small clots from the hoodie on it, on my beard. But Conor McGregor, Agnes, man, that's the plug, bro. You know what I'm saying? That guy be dope, man. Yo, this my man. Stop sending me photos. I'm in the middle of a review, woman. You know that's when you know I'm a Chad. Definitely not a Eugene. No Eugene zone bit. You know what I'm saying? Chad's only fuck simp in 2020. I'm with that. I'm with the shits. I'm like Conor McGregor. I'm with the shits. Although he's simping over goddamn bam. But anyway. All right. So Conor McGregor Agnes. I think he has the highest cunning in the regulars. You know what I'm saying? He has the highest cunning when it comes to all regulars. Like his acuteness is just high, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or his cunningness is acute, you know what I'm saying? But then you got Shibusi, whose intellectual level is on a different level. He's on a different plane when it comes to intellectual, you know what I'm saying? He's the oldest member out of all of those guys, actually. He's 26, I think, and all of them just like turned like 30, like this, like in these recent chapters. You know, Tower God goes has like a different age range, so he's still super young, but like they're all super young and yet all super old. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, just roll with it. It's weird. Yeah, yeah. But basically, Conor Guerrero's weakness. First of all, I'm gonna just before I talk about his strengths, his weakness is that he can't deal with simple solutions. He can't figure shit out if it's too easy to figure out. You know what I'm saying? His brain moves at such a rate that simple questions just don't compute. You know what I'm saying? Like the door situation. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. There was another situation actually that he got caught in. Was it the elevator? I don't know if it was the elevator, but there was a few situations where he's caught in and he was just like, huh? What do I do? And Shibuzi would figure it out. Do you remember when Endorsi lost her name, her real name, not her Jihad name, and you know, he didn't know the best way to get to the villain, right? What's her name? The girl, you know what I'm saying? But when they after they fought the way out, all that shit, you know, but he came up with a smart idea when they were trapped against the fox and in trapping the Sinsu into a small area to force the fox into it and then put him inside the lighthouse, right? But Shibusi, beyond that, already figured out the best way to reach the front without confronting or having to fight anybody, avoiding all obstacles, being there first, and deactivating the bomb, which they might have been caught up in because they just didn't know that there was a bomb. They didn't figure that out. They didn't think far enough ahead, but Shibusi knew all of that shit, strategized, and figured that shit out. There's definitely another, oh yeah, those all during the mirror world part on the train, and the hell train, which the Hell Train, man, they made that shit sound like the craziest thing on the planet. It really wasn't, but whatever. The Hell Train, when they were fighting like that low level chicken monster, he didn't know what the fuck. He couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But guess who would have? Shibusi would have figured that shit out. Just the way he figured out the door situation, the same way he planned. See, what the advantage of Shibusi is he can handle way more situations, like a wider variety of situations. He can deal with complex situations, like him making Bam be Vial Grace in order to save in Dorsey. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a super complex plan. He figured out a lot of situations. He knew Conor Guerrero's reaction. He kind of assessed the situation then when a few things didn't go his way, made adjustments to his plan, helped Bam's team, got them in and got them to save in Dorsey. You know what I'm saying? So this is some high level intellectuals. This is when he can figure everybody's personality out and knows the right way to deal with each member in order for them to essentially showcase the very best. And that's what he think he does better than anybody else. The way he works with Hats. Hats has become like a high level person because of Shibusi. Even though Hats was always strong, but now he's way, way stronger. He got his ignition weapon going ham, all that shit. And, he's doing all that because I think the leadership of Shibusi. I think he definitely has better leadership qualities than Conor Guerrero, right? Conor Guerrero is still a really, really good leader, but I think he's a general. Conor Guerrero is the person you put as the general of the army, you know what I'm saying? And Shibusi is who you'd put as the king, if that makes sense, right? Because he's just wiser. You know what I'm saying? If he sees the commandos doing some shit, he'd be like, nah, that's not the way. Do it this way. You know what I'm saying? While actually maybe the opposite. I would actually put Shibusi as the commander and Conor Guerrero as the person just below the commander. You know what I'm saying? I think just below that because Shibusi sees things at a wider range. Conor Guerrero is very narrow focused. He's focused on one situation, one thing, and that's all he does. And because of that, he gets bamboozled sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He's great with mind games. He's great with trickery. He's cunning, right? He's super cunning. And that's how he tricked everybody into, believing him about, do you remember the lighthouse situation when they were doing the cat and mouse with Quartz? Was it Quartz? Is it Quaz? The red hair teacher, Ranker. When they were doing that whole situation, he actually, when he tricked everybody and betrayed everybody, including Anak, Shibusi was the only one like, oh no, it wasn't your fault. I feel like Shibusi knew that he betrayed him. I think Shibusi, because if you think about his reactions, he kind of felt like, why is he being so chill like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Chibusi's like, oh, he was like, ah, no, don't worry, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. He's willing to concede power when necessary, like during that whole plan, because he knew if Chibusi was like, oh no, I'll be in charge, he knew it was just gonna start a debate and cause a friction, which means the plan wouldn't go as fluidly. You know what I'm saying? He trusted Conor Guerrero. Conor Guerrero betrayed them, and because I think from that experience, that's what he ended up utilizing, at least for my interpretation of the story, that's what he ended up utilizing in actually doing what he did when it came to trying to save Dorsey. I think that's what he did because Conor Guerrero used everybody and put everybody's life at risk for the sake of Bam. And so he put everybody's life at risk for the sake of Darcy because that's his teammate. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Conor Guerrero acted high and mighty about it. Like, yo, you can't, if you put Bam in danger again, it's going to be a problem. But, Conor Guerrero be putting everybody in danger for Bam. You know what I'm saying? So, like, these niggas are selfish, bro. Like, I'm just saying, Bam's whole team, maybe minus Rack, because Rag he's just built like that. Rag just don't give a fuck. Like, he just cares about Bam and Khun. He's consistent, I think, and he never reacts anything if somebody from another team betrays him. He doesn't care. All he cares about is Khun and Bam. But like Khun sometimes just acts super high and mighty. I think his biggest weakness is definitely his arrogance. He's the biggest ego going. Because he's so smart that he undermines everybody and ends up getting caught in simple shit. But Shibusi doesn't think he's that smart. So he always overestimates people. And therefore, he plans way ahead. He plans more safely. He thinks things through more thoroughly. And therefore, his solutions are safer, faster, better in general. Right? But the disadvantage to Shibusi is that he's too nice of a guy. That's his biggest disadvantage. He's too nice of a guy. He has way more kindness than Kun does. So he doesn't do. He tries to not. I think now recently he's been doing dirty tricks, probably learning from Konoguro's trick book. But before a long time, he was very clean slated. All his ideas and plans avoided harm and danger, avoided bad scenarios. But now he's willing to take risks. Like again, proven with the Dorsey thing when Dorsey lost her name, he was willing to lose friendships and damage friendships. You know what I'm saying? And his rebuttal was like, "We helped your bum asses when y'all needed it." You know what I'm saying? So y'all niggas better help us. Like I went and took the liberty of doing this because we saved your bum asses. Now it's your turn to save us back. We need our endorser. You know what I'm saying? So I really like his mentality. Like he cares for people at a real level. While I think Khan cares for people at a superficial level, but only cares for Rack and Bam, it seems, at an actual emotional level. So that's kind of, I think, I don't know if that really, I hope that explains well the different type of intelligence that they have. And I think head to head where Khan probably takes the win is because he's willing to take more risk. And now I don't know at the current moment, because Shibusi at the current moment, his plans, his ideas, he seems to really be with this shit. Like even in the K9 thing, like he stole a warship, pulled up with that bitch, you know what I mean, came to the rescue. Like he's thinking at a higher frequency. While Konagura lost the damn Fang and then had to chase it, and if it wasn't for some ex machina fire flame saving us, he would have been dead. But Shibusi don't get caught in traps like that no more. If you've noticed, since he's been caught in traps way early, he hasn't been caught in no traps. But then again, he doesn't get as much screen time, so it's hard to know. It's hard to really fairly say who's smarter. But I think from my interpretation of the story, I think it's pretty clear that Shibusi has the higher intellect. Well, no, sorry. I think Khan has probably the higher intellect, but Shibusi, you can use his intellect better than Konoguera. Does that make sense? So Khan is smarter, but Shibusi can use his smarts better. So that would be, so the answer is yes and no, right? So no, Khan is like, yes, Khan is technically smarter, at least when it comes to like planning and shit. In combat, he's smarter than Shibusi, but Shibusi uses his smarts better overall in everything. So I think Shibusi is definitely overall smarter, like book smarter, strategy, everything, because he can utilize his